So I just want to say that one, I'm glad I didn't rush to the game and taking my time with it because as the weeks go by, these devs are absolutely cracked and they just keep making the game better and better and better. Yesterday, they came out with a patch. And this patch, if you notice on my glider, I'm cruising through the air now, relaxing because now the glider takes less stamina to drain. And that was the thing. This game is such big on exploration and checking things out. Look how far I went. Prior to this, we would literally go and just fall off the cliff and come straight down. But this isn't the first patch they made. This is the second major patch they came out with. They listened to the feedback. The first one was the game didn't feel too snappy, and they say they're still working on it. So now when we jump, it feels more responsive. But in this new patch, if I just hold the run button, I'm already running at full speed. They changed our timing for going from fast point to the next point. Now, when you sleep and you want to sleep again, you don't have to wait a day cycle. You sleep right away. They changed where you walk into it's almost kind of dumb. When you walk into a door that required a key, that you automatically use your key. Now it asks you. I just feel like it's just a couple of things at play here. And nothing's going to be going on in the video. This is going to be my first yapping video, my experience with this game. And I feel like a lot of people come into my streams and ask me, DJ, what do you think about the game? One, I feel that I would explain this game like a Red Dead, Assassin's Creed kind of game, kind of had a baby and came together. But I feel like, man, the world is just so beautiful and it makes you kind of just want to just go out and look at things and check things out that I haven't found myself like progressing crazy through the story. Right now, I'm only on chapter 5. And I feel like I have 50 hours in the game. I think 60 hours in the game now. So I've been playing. And I think a lot of people come to my chats and they're saying like the same thing. They're like, hey, I've been playing 30 hours, 40 hours, and I'm still in the first area because the game has so much to do. Oh my God, it just looks so beautiful. There's so much for you to do and explore that it just you don't want to just run to the story. And I think a lot of times people don't understand what kind of game this is. This is a sandbox game, meaning that your focus is kind of taking the game at your own desires and exploring at your own pace. It's not necessarily a story game. Is the story in the game good? Nah, it's kind of weak. Even the CEO came on and said that they kind of wish that they did a better job with the story. It would have probably been a full package. But no, this game is more focused on the gameplay elements and the exploration elements that you would experience while playing it. So for me, that's the thing that I've really been holding on to. So now, Black Desert, it was what I've heard. I've been playing it is combat focused. Combat's amazing. How's the combat playing this game? I feel like the combat in this game, at first it looks a little soft, but as time goes on, it starts to get its depth in its wings and starts to fly. I think for me, once you understand the game and what it is, like I think when you don't play the game like an Elden Ring kind of game, when you play the game how it's meant to be played, like doing combos, switching between your weapons, all those kind of things, you start to realize, oh wow, this is a lot more intricate than I thought. And that's where like I feel like for me, when the first game came out, I wasn't sure. I think a lot of people, even when the reviewers came out, okay, what am I doing? I should have glided there. Even when the reviews came out, people were saying like, oh, I played the game 100 hours and I still don't know what the game's about. And that's because like this game doesn't follow the normal things that we typically expect from some of the other games we have played. So story, mediocre. Explorations, phenomenal. Cool things that happen in the game, feels alive. I got my little dog with me. Things that we find annoying as well, like not being able to quickly make your food is improved now in the update. They added 5 permanent mounts now. You can mount the bear. I don't have the bear yet, but the bear is a legendary mounts that you get. But after you defeat it, you can now mount it because that was a big beef initially. They didn't give us the ability to have permanent mounts. Like even the dragon prior, you could only ride the dragon for 15 minutes and it had a 50-minute cooldown, which is contrary to the kind of allure that this game built before it came out around like do anything, go anywhere. Or maybe they didn't say that. Maybe we just said that. And we just assumed that we'll be able to do whatever we want. And that wasn't the case. But I'm glad they listened and they added those permanent mounts in there. I think the crazy realism that this game has is the fact that if you come across some money, that the tax guy will come after you and give you a tax bill. I'm like, bruh, I already got to pay taxes in real life. And I got to pay taxes in here as well. So I think like those kind of details really make the game stand out and shine because of the realism. I think there's so many ways you can approach this game. I've seen some people saying that they spend all their time on their farm and building up their camp. Because there's multiple ways you can approach it. You want to make some crazy god tier builds. That's kind of like my approach. And you can do that. But I think more importantly now at this point, it makes me wonder, like, man, these guys have made such an improvement to this game in such a short amount of time. I can only imagine what the game looks like in like 6 months from now. Because I also feel they are pressured too. Because when the game came out, and it came out mixed reviews, their stock dropped 30%, which is crazy. So, wait, why are you trying to fight me? What happened? What'd I do? Oh shit! Wait. Oh, this is the other place. Hold on, let's get out of here. They hostile here. When the game came out, it had mixed reviews. The stock price went down 30%. And now that the game is back to mostly positive, it's back up that 30%, which makes me feel that they're gonna continue to pump into the game because this game's success is directly related to the investors and the stockholders' investments as well, which they don't want to go down. They changed this, so now when you teleport from point to point, it's a lot faster than it was before. Boom, I'm already there. I love that. I honestly feel like get rid of the animation or cut it in half even more. Some people are commenting like, oh no, they leave the animation, it looks cool. Yeah, it looks cool, but after 30th time, it's no longer cool. Let's just get to it. But now we have an option in our camp as well to just put everything in our inventory as well, which is cool. We can stock all of our stuff without having to individually select them. So you just go over something you want to store like these. I don't gotta do all individually. Hit that, store all, boom. And it's out of my inventory. So I think like those kind of things are cool. Just a small thing. It's the small things they do that make our experience even better is where like, you really win with the audience. But I feel like a lot of the audience in this game, there's two waves. Some people hate it. They're angry. They're hating on the game because maybe it didn't hold to their expectation. And there's some that absolutely love the game. The realism in the game is phenomenal. And I think that I found myself kind of in the middle. I'm happy when the game came out. I was like, some things that like annoyed me a little bit. But more than all, I feel that I'm a believer of these dudes now and dudettes and how they've been working on this game and just adding so much to it. So this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning of what they've given us so far. This has been my experience so far in Crimson Desert. I'm loving it. I'm going to be playing this game for a long time and cover it in as well. So I want you guys to comment below what your experience has been as well. What are your thoughts? What are some things you love, what you hate? Also, too, what are some things that we can continue to ask them to fix? Because they're listening. Their ears are listening. They're watching the videos. They're seeing what the community is seeing. And also, too, the whole gliding thing, I think, came about because that mod came out. There's a mod that came out that removes your stamina consumption when you're gliding. And so many people are like, this is how it should have been day one. And I think because of that, then they're like, okay, we'll make it a little more. I think the next thing I want them to get rid of is I don't want to see my shield, my bow. I don't want to see anything on my back, only the weapon I have equipped. So hopefully they give us that option to remove the things that we don't want to be seeing because the game is so beautiful. Look at that sunlight. I just want to see the only details that I want to reveal on my character. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Till next time, to your camera, signing out.